Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to our bi-weekly podcast from the Pike County Health Department. I'm Jeff Vanderbeck, publisher of many newspapers in the region, and I'm joined once again by the lovely and talented Tammy Riley. She does a lot of things over at the health department. We have a special guest joining us today. Her name is Jessica Anderson. Really, really nice lady. From what I know her family, her brothers. Thank God she's got the best genes of the family. But she's a nurse, a registered nurse, and we're here to talk about a couple of opportunities today with the health department. And Tammy's going to kind of lead the way on what we got going on. It's a vitally important program today. In the past, we've talked about what the health department does, why they do what they do, and how they work to keep people safe. Today, we're going to talk about a couple things, and one particular thing on how to keep other people safe and how individuals can learn things to keep other people safe. So, Jessica, introduce yourself. Let people know who you are.
I'm Jessica Anderson. I work for the Pike County Health Department. I graduated nursing school 20-some years ago. I have a bachelor's in science and nursing, and I do the CPR training for the health department, health educator, diabetes coordinator, suicide prevention, stop the bleed, whatever needs to be done, we'll do it.
Every time I do a podcast with you people, like when I do one with Tammy and you, and she brings her, I feel like such an underachiever.
The staff at the health department most wear many hats and
I know.
multiple certifications. So, I mean, it's a phenomenal.
You guys always do a great job.
And they're public servants.
Sure.
They are public health servants. We say we try to protect people and keep them, provide prevention service and protection. We say from womb to tomb. So
right.
We've got you from your first to your last breath.
Well, and ironically, when you're born, you get mentioned in the News Express, and when you die, you get mentioned in the News Express too. So we work together that way.
We're key partners.
And I feel like an underachiever. The only thing I did besides my normal job is I cleaned the toilets earlier today. So I don't know if that helps as multitasking. So what we're here to talk about today is what's called CPR and CPR training, how to do it, why it's important to learn that. And Jessica's going to kind of go through this thing and a couple of programs that are available to not only adults, but also school-age children and why they're doing that. And it's timely because we are going back to school.
Right.
The kids are back to school now. So Jessica, what is CPR? How does it work? And why is it important for people to understand that?
CPR stands for cardiopulmonary resuscitation.
No, I put you on.
She knows a lot more than I do.
You probably, when you're brushing your teeth, you know that, but right, I put you on the spot. So,
yeah,
cardiopulmonary resuscitation.
Okay. Yes. What that does is that enables someone, if someone was to have a heart attack, a respiratory emergency, it is that immediate action. It is you getting to that person, because, in Pike County, it being the largest county in the state, it can be several minutes before a responder can get to a certain point in the county.
Sure.
So that immediate intervention, those chest compressions, those breaths, knowing how to do chest compressions, making sure it goes down deep enough, making sure you're at that rate, that's what keeps the blood circulating and keeps oxygen to those vital organs. And studies have shown that early intervention improves people's chance of survival.
Sure.
So you told me before this that 2 to 3 times more likely to survive if you receive immediate CPR.
It's like anything, and as you mentioned that one of the questions that came to my head is you probably you eat, sleep, and drink this stuff. How many times have you actually had to use this to save somebody's life?
Oh, in the last 20 years, a lot.
Okay.
I remember the very first time I used it. I could tell you where I was, what I was doing, what I was wearing.
Right. I can believe it.
Program, I'd like to point out our program, which is newly launched as far as offering it to the public, both healthcare providers and just anyone in your community. And Jessica will get into that, but it is American Heart Association certified.
Right.
It's AHA, the gold standard. There's other programs. The Red Cross does one. There's other, curriculum programs out there that do a great job, but the AHA is the gold standard. I was just going to point that out.
And for all the people who say, I don't need to worry about that. Listen, when I was younger, I took it several times. I took CPR training several times. Number one, I thought it was important. Number two, when I was a lifeguard, guarding life's white stuff on my nose, I wanted to make sure that I knew how to use it. I never had to use it.
I was going to ask that question. Have you ever used that?
but I also have a gun. I never had to use that either. So I have it and I'm prepared, and I think it's vitally important. Now, there are times where we were in a situation where I was with another person, and actually several times I was with other people who were doing chest compressions and mouth to mouth at the same time. So did I have to use it solely by myself? No, but I did do chest compressions at one,
Assisted.
and I did do mouth to mouth at another one at another time. But it was vitally important because as soon as that happened, the training just clicked right in. And I think that's important too. So all you people out there thinking, it's never going to happen to me.
Oh, my husband had to utilize CPR technique on the golf course.
Oh, and that's
a horrific accident out on the golf course,
Sure.
and he was golf coach at the time. This was many years ago, and he provided the CPR, the resuscitation for about 30 to 40 minutes.
until
a long time.
Sure, that's a very long time. All right, so bingo. Somebody happens. First thing we do is what?
First thing you do is you want to assess your scene. You want to make sure that you're safe, because if you are not safe,
Right.
you can't save anyone else.
Sure.
So once your scene is safe, you go in and you assess your person laying there. You tap them, hey, are you okay? Are you okay? You assess, are they answering you? No. Are they breathing? No. If you are a lone rescuer, which means the only person there in that vicinity other than the person that's down, best thing to do is get your phone out, dial 911, and put it on speakerphone and lay it to the side. Go straight into chest compressions.
And when you do that, when you put your phone on the ground next to what you're doing, the 911 operator, while you're performing the process, the 911 operator can then say, "Can I help you? What's your emergency?" And you can talk and do chest compressions at the same time. So,
absolutely,
from what I was trained, the first thing we do was we make sure that airway is clear. Put your finger down the throat, clear everything out in case something, turn them over there, bang them on the chest, roll them back on the belly there, and then tilt her head back, start doing the chest compressions. So how often are chest compressions needed? Are you counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stop, 1, 2, 3, 5, stop? And then when do you go into mouth to mouth?
So with chest compressions, it is at a rate of 100 to 120 per minute. And you are to compress to a depth of at least 2 inches on the chest. And that's very hard to do. They say that you're doing effective compressions when you hear the ribs popping, because you're going to break ribs. But you do 30 cycles, you do 30 chest compressions, then you do 2 breaths. And, there are barrier devices now so that your mouth doesn't actually have to make contact with someone else's mouth. They're the pocket mask with the one-way valve, the plastic covers that we can put over the mouth.
Right.
So that you're protected and they are protected as well.
One of the things that I did with mine, I had a shirt. I took my shirt off and put the sleeve over the mouth, and that's how I did the mouth to mouth, just the way I was protected. And that's what I don't know why I take my shirt off.
Isn't there more of a focus on the compression now?
Yeah.
Yes, trainees.
People need not to be afraid about doing the compressions, because somebody as dainty as her, she's got a strong heart. You need to start that and get it going. So
if you don't compress to that depth and you don't allow that chest to completely recoil and let that part fill back up with blood, you're basically just like this, and that oxygen is not getting where it needs to go. It's just like you're still in that, you're creating a bad rhythm.
Sure.
So you've got to do that 30 and 2. And there is, it has changed over the years to where there is a focus on just CPR, because, if you don't have a barrier mask or you don't know the person, you just, yes, thank you. Yeah. You just keep going with compressions, because, you may not want to put your mouth on someone that's about to go, or if they are already aspirating or vomiting, you don't want to put your mouth on that. So as long as you continue with those high quality chest compressions, that is still shown to give just as much benefit as if you were doing the mouth to mouth.
Gotcha. So we have a program, I say we, I'm talking French again. So you have a program where you're bringing this program, this program to the high school and teenagers.
So at the health department, and this will be on our website and on social media, Jessica, on an ongoing basis, is going to offer 2 AHA, American Heart Association, resuscitation courses. One's the BLS, Basic Life Support. That's for healthcare professionals. Then another one's called Heart Saver.
Heart Saver.
That's community-based. So, like, if you're just, out in the community and you want the training, you want to be able, like my husband out on the golf course,
Sure.
or like you, whatever scenario there you were in, you want to be able to offer that service. You can take the Heart Saver if you're a healthcare professional, which means that maybe a medical student, or you're already in the medical profession, or you're just thinking about being and you want the actual healthcare profession, she'll offer that. The Safe Sitter is a school-based program that we're going to offer in the actual schools.
Sure.
On site. We're working with Friskies and the Pike County Board of Education it was per their request. So the Friskies specifically asked for this service. So over the summer, Julie Cheney received the certification. She's one of Jessica's coworkers, and she'll be offering that. And it is designed for like junior high, early high school age students to receive their certification as a safe sitter. So it's not only about resuscitation, so they will get basic resuscitation training, but also like burns, poisoning,
Sure.
chokes, like when to call, how to call 911, when to call, just basic, safe sitter skills. So many of our students are, watching younger siblings,
or they're trying to go out and make some extra money.
they're in a high school level,
Right.
and they're babysitting.
Or the babysitting or watching,
Yeah.
we say babysitting, you're watching a 12-year-old kid, you're really not babysitting.
Providing child care service.
Exactly.
And so parents can know that their babysitter has this safe sitter certification.
Sure. And I think that would be vitally important. I mean, if you're giving out a certification that says I'm a safe sitter, can you imagine how important that would look on a resume, or when I'm, because people are going on Facebook trying to find a sitter or something like that. Say, yeah, I'm a certified babysitter and I know basic life-saving skills. I know CPR. I can, if your kid burns his hand or something, I got burn control, stuff
They
like
would
that.
at least know what to do until, emergency medical.
Big people get there.
Yeah. They'll call 911 and we'll teach
Sure.
them all of that.
Again, the first thing is always 911. Let them know. And if you're in a situation where you have to provide support, put the phone down where you're providing support.
Sure. Yes.
I'll put them on speaker, get them going. One other thing that hit me while I was thinking about this program today is when we have one of the things is like the Heimlich maneuver. If you're choking, it's grab people under the right here under the solar plexus, up. So,
Yes.
and if you're by yourself and you're home alone and you're choking on a banana or something, you bend yourself over a chair and you knock yourself out or up against this thing. It's not going to be fun, but it could save your life.
Absolutely.
But again, it's always 911, help yourself. And then, like you said, make sure you're safe before you can help other people.
Yes.
So how long does it take for one of these safe sitters programs to go through? What's the program?
Safe sitter can be modified. I mean, technically, you would want about a half a day, but we can modify it and maybe come out for an hour, 3-4 days. We're going to work with the schools, but it takes about a half a day to complete the program and for them to receive their certification. And the fee, and there's no fees for the school-based program. For the healthcare and the community-based CPR, there are some fees because the AHA, there's a fee for the card.
Right.
And so there are going to be some basic fees for those classes. But again, and that's coming up. Our very first one, September 4th, September 8th. The public can call the health department or email Jessica Anderson. Again, it's on our website.
Yep.
Yeah. Everything's on the website.
Yeah.
PikeCountyHealthDepartment.com. Go there and things will take care of. At a later time, I know we're going to talk about the diabetes prevention program.
Yes.
I know we're going to talk about Stop the Bleed program.
Yes.
And I'm hoping that we're going to talk about the new recovery program where
we're absolutely going to talk about the new recovery program. And another thing that I want to talk about in an upcoming episode is our permitted food establishment inspections. So that people understand, why we score the way we do, and when they hear about complaints and they think we haven't responded.
Sure.
So we have some interesting topics coming up.
Well, with that being said, you can invent the cure for cancer and somebody's still going to be hacked off at you. So don't take that too personally.
Right.
You guys do a fantastic job by doing it. Jessica, I really want to thank you for coming in today and talking to us about the CPR program and why it's vitally important to make sure that people understand that, get it done, make it happen, go do it. It's just another thing of learning. People, we should be a sponge for learning, and there's nothing more to learn or nothing better to learn about than
Right.
how to save somebody's life.
Helping others.
And when you help somebody else, it makes you feel good. And I'm sure the first time you did that, you remembered the clothes you were wearing, the day it was, the song that was on the radio, better than your first kiss from your first boyfriend.
Absolutely.
And you probably felt like $1 million after it happened, didn't it?
It was, yeah, it was a complete adrenaline rush.
I bet.
It was.
So thank you for coming in, guys. We will have another program in a couple of weeks. Tune into us and see that. Thank you, Tammy, once again for being here and doing all you do for the community. The community loves you. Jessica, the community is starting to love you too,
Well, thank you.
in spite of your brothers. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.